You just died, right now. Your funeral is in a week and there are going to be 3 speakers. A family member, a close friend, and someone from your school or job. They walk up to the podium and give their speeches on the kind of person that you were in your lifetime. What would you want them to say about you? Now, the purpose of this question is to identify 2 things: the end and how often you keep it in mind. It's about keeping the end in mind. This coming year, you'll be very busy. The world might go through just as many changes as it did this past year, and that's out of your control. But at the end of it, you could be closer to your end goal. A better leader, a better friend, a better lover or brother or sister. So that's why I say, screw the New Year's resolutions. Because what you want on the podium at your funeral isn't for people to say that you ate perfectly, worked out perfectly, and drank 4 liters of water every day. What you really want is for people to say that you enjoyed taking care of yourself. You want your parents to say they taught you well. You want your kids to say that you tried to live as long as possible, to stay by their side for as long as you could. You don't actually want people to say that you worked or studied 40, 50, 60 plus hours a week, because you're not really proud of that, are you? What you really want is for your coworkers to say that you were a light in their lives. You want your communities to say that you were an inspiration. And you don't actually want people to say that you slept at 9 p.m. and woke up at 5 a.m. to get things done. That's not what you want to be remembered for. You want your friends to say that you stayed up for them, that you spent time texting or calling them while the entire world was shutting down, that you were willing to push back your responsibilities for them because your relationship mattered more. Because your relationships matter more. When you think about the end, you're not thinking about these short-minded daily, weekly, or monthly goals. These goals can change. These goals are things that you drop the second you lose your motivation. No, these goals and resolutions are just tools we use to get closer to the end. And the end is always about your relationships. The end is about your mom or dad walking up to that podium and talking about how you hug them every day, how you never miss a chance to say I love you. It's about your brother or sister standing up there saying how you were smiling the whole time through a battle with cancer. Or maybe it's about your mentor or mentee or your best friend talking about that one time you stayed up for them until 5 a.m. during a pandemic when they were having suicidal thoughts that you didn't even know about. So if you haven't written your resolutions, don't bother. Instead, write down who you want to be in the end. Describe the person that people will talk about on that podium, and then live it out in your relationships. You could become the best person that you can possibly be if you just keep that end in your mind. And if you just lived it, right now.